morning, sir.
Good morning, pilot.
I understand the engine
Quite a
and wheels have been
send-off, eh,
tested.
Captain?
Yes, sir. Yes, they have.
Thank you, sir.
Well, there should be quite a welcome waiting for us in New York, too.
It'll be a proud moment for you, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, and for you, Andrews. You're the man who built her. You're the one who ought to take the bows. I'm only the office boy. We should arrive, let's see, Wednesday morning.
Oh, we might do better than that.
Not out for a fast run this trip, are you?
Oh, no, nothing like that.
You'll do better when the engines have settled down.
Yes. Oh, naturally, Captain, you'll use your own judgment. I'm just an ordinary passenger on this trip.
Mr. Murdoch.
Oh, Andrews.
Get the men to stations and let me know when the gangway's landed, will you?
Aye, sir. See? Steady as a rock.
That's remarkable.
Of course, the sea's dead calm at the moment.
All the same, Captain, dead calm or not, there are lots of other ships that'll be rolling anyway.
That's perfectly true. As you say, sir, she's as steady as a rock.
No. Someone must have jogged the tape.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Got any more sugar there?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
More ice warnings from steamers ahead, sir. One from the America and another from the Baltic.
Just south of Cape Race.
Haven't known pack ice come that far south before, sir.
Been a mild winter up in the Arctic. This ice must be drifting down on the Labrador Current. Well, our passengers aren't in any hurry. Wouldn't be with us if they were.
Messages for the captain.
Oh, very good, Starks.
Would you see he gets them right away?
Certainly.
Excuse me, sir. From the wireless room.
Thank you. Excuse me. Ice warnings from steamers ahead of us. Excuse me.
Serious?
Oh, we shall keep a sharp lookout.
Hear it? That's the Titanic.
What's she saying?
Best wishes to Joe and Hattie. See you Wednesday. Love, Minor and Bill. Private stuff. Yes, there must be a lot of money in that ship. They've been at it for the best part of the day.
Float ice.
By 200,000 rand. Market price opening Monday. This chap's spending a fortune.
Oh, what have you got there, Sparks?
Titanic on her maiden voyage, so she's working Cape Race.
Yeah. How far away is she?
It's hard to tell. Signal strength's pretty good. About 50 miles back, I should think.
Get this off to all ships, will you? From SS Californian, ice reports.
I've sent off as much as I could, John. The purser's office kept sending up more. Here he is again.
Good evening.
Sorry, Mr. Phillips.
From the Titanic at sea. Wish you were here. Blimey. Well, how's Cape Race working, eh?
There's a lot of repeats. It's not too bad. Oh, there was an ice report from the Californian. We went to the bridge.
All right. Oh, no peace for the wicked, eh?
Come in. What more?
Afraid so.
Put him down there, will you?
Having trouble, Sparks?
Certainly not.
Good night.
Good night.
Keep on course, QM.
Aye, eyes up.
You sent for me, sir?
Ah, yes, Chippy. The temperature's dropping. We don't want to freeze up in the fresh water tanks, so keep an eye on them, will you?
Aye, aye, sir.
Thank you.
I've sent off as much as I could, John. The purser's office kept sending up more. Here he is again.
Good evening.
Sorry, Mr. Phillips.
From the Titanic at sea. Wish you were here. Blimey. Well, how's Cape Race working, eh?
There's a lot of repeats. It's not too bad. Oh, there was an ice report from the Californian. We went to the bridge.
All right. Oh, no peace for the wicked, eh?
Come in. What more?
Afraid so.
Put him down there, will you?
Having trouble, Sparks?
Certainly not.
Good night.
Good night.
Keep on course, QM.
Aye, eyes up.
You sent for me, sir?
Ah, yes, Chippy. The temperature's dropping. We don't want to freeze up in the fresh water tanks, so keep an eye on them, will you?
Aye, aye, sir.
Thank you.
Trouble?
No, sir.
It's a beautiful job. Thank you, Askin. Good night, sir.
Evening, Mr. Lightoller.
Good evening, sir.
Any more ice reports?
No, sir.
What's the temperature like?
It's almost freezing point, sir, and still dropping. In an hour or so, we'll be in the Labrador Current.
Well, the weather looks clear enough so far. If there's the slightest bit of haze, we shall have to slow down. Let me know at once if you're doubtful.
Aye, aye, sir. Now, Mr. Moody?
Sir.
Call up the lookouts and tell them to keep their eyes skinned for small ice and growlers. There might be some of that about. Make sure they understand.
Aye, sir.
And tell them to pass it on when they're relieved.
Yes, sir.
Aye, sir, ahead, sir. Aye, aye.
Stop engines.
Stop engines.
Stop engine, sir.
That's field ice, Mr. Groves. I'm not trying to find my way around that until daylight.
Shall we report it, sir?
Yes. Work out our position.
Aye, aye, sir.
Evans, what other ships are there near?
Only the Titanic, sir.
Oh. You'll have to call her and tell her we're stopped on account of ice. Mr. Groves will give you our position when he's worked it out.
Right.
Order from the bridge. Special watch for small ice and growlers.
Righto. I say, you won't drink all the cocoa down there, will you?
I told Chippy to keep his eye on the fresh water. Oh, and the lookouts have been warned to keep their eyes skinned for ice. I think that's about the lot. I'm off on the rounds.
Thanks, Sides.
You're welcome to it. Good night.
Here's our position as near as I can work it out. The old man says he gave you the rest of the message.
That's right.
What's the matter? What's he say?
He says keep out. Now he's calling Cape Race again.
What's he sending to Cape Race?
More private stuff. Some big bug wants his private railway car to meet him in New York. Oh, about that. Well, it's time I signed off and got a bit of shut-eye.
Oh, when I get off watch, I'd like to listen in a bit, all right?
Beginning to get the code now, are you?
Oh, 1 word in 3, sometimes.
Have to make you second operator. And you can wind up the detector.
I'll take you up on that.
Go on. Get on with it.
Aye.
What did you see?
Iceberg, dead ahead, sir.
Iceberg dead ahead, sir.
Order starboard. Order starboard, sir. Full astern, both.
Full stand by, sir.
Close watertight doors.
Close watertight doors, sir.
Order starboard it is, sir. iceberg, sir. I put her hard to starboard and reversed the engines, but she was too close. Stop engines.
Stop engines. We've run aground, Lieutenant. We've run aground on Newfoundland. That's what we've done.
What are you talking about? Shut up. You get on the first thing about it.
Put the gun and get the fire out.
Thanks, mate.
You've got the pumps working. You get the gang down here and draw the fire. You have. Come on, you lucky lad.
All right, lads, come on. Down again.
Come on, Ted.
Come on. Get down there.
It's my birthday today as well.
Good luck. Come on, lads. Let's get these bars.
Making water fast, sir. The mail hold's practically full already.
Aren't the pumps working?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Carpenter.
But the engine room say they'll need more. They're rigging them now.
This is most unfortunate, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Do you think the ship is seriously damaged?
I'm afraid she is. Excuse me.
How long is this likely to delay us?
Not long,
You struck a bird. I think she's badly damaged. I'd like to know how badly.
All right. I'll go down and have a look.
Anything more you want to see?
No. Chief, I get those men up as soon as you can.
Yes, I'll do that, Mr. Andrews.
What's up?
Oh, we're stopped and blown off steam. Something wrong, I don't know what. Bumped a bit of ice, I think.
I can't sleep with this racket going on. Do you want me to give you a hand?
Oh, I've finished the Cape Race traffic. You can help with the accounts for that.
I'll get some clothes on. Do you think we'll have to turn back?
Oh, don't say it. If we do, we won't get a moment's peace in here.
Here's the position. Water in the forepeak. Numbers 1 and 2 holes. The mail room and boiler rooms 6 and 5. That means a gash 300 foot long from there to there, below the waterline. Do you agree?
Yes. Well?
The pumps are keeping the water down in this boiler room, but the first 5 compartments are flooding.
Well, what's the answer?
She's going to sink, Captain.
But she can't sink. She's unsinkable.
She can't float. Look, she could float with any 3 of her first 5 watertight compartments flooded. She could even float with 4 of them gone. But she can't float with all 5 full up.
Yes, but...
These watertight bulkheads here only go as high as E deck. The weight of water in the bow is going to pull her down by the head. So you're going to get the 5th watertight compartment overflowing into the 6th, the 6th into the 7th, and so on as she gets lower. It's a mathematical certainty. With that amount of underwater damage, she can't stay afloat.
How long will she last?
Just trying to work that out now. As far as I can see, she made 14 feet of water in the first 10 minutes after the collision. It's not very fast. She should live another hour and a half. Yes, about that, I think.
There must be no panic.
No.
You'll be careful what you say to the passengers.
Of course. How many people are there on board?
2,200 or more. And room in the boats for... how many?
1,200.
I don't think the Board of Trade Regulations visualized this situation. Do you? Gentlemen, we are in a precarious position. We must be prepared to abandon ship. Mr. Murdoch, you will muster the passengers. Mr. Lightoller, you will have the boats uncovered and swung out. Mr. Boxall, call all hands and get them to boat stations. Mr. Moody, you will help Mr. Lightoller. And Mr. Wilde and Mr. Pittman will remain on bridge. Everything will be done quietly and calmly. There must be no alarm and no panic. I will give the word when the boats are to be loaded with the women and children. Carry on, please.
Captain, aren't you exaggerating the danger?
I'm afraid not, sir.
Where's Andrews?
I'm acting on his advice. This ship is going to founder.
But she can't. In any case, we can't get everyone in the boats.
I know that, sir. Please God, it won't come to that.
All right, now listen to me. The ship has been seriously damaged. The captain's ordered the boat swung out. It's got to be done quickly and efficiently. We don't want any panic. If you keep your heads, the passengers will keep theirs. Now, I know you've had no chance for boat drill, but you're all seamen and you've got brains. Now's the time to use them. All right, bosun. Yes, sir. Get busy.
The ship is badly damaged. Send out the call for assistance.
The regulation distress call, sir?
Yes, and at once. As soon as you're in touch with the ship nearest to us, tell them to come as quickly as they can. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That's our position.
Yes, sir.
What about that steamer over there? Who is she?
I don't know. I suppose she's in the ice, too. She stopped at about 7 bells. I tried calling over the Morse land, but she didn't take any notice. Well, me for bed.
Right.
Good night.
Good night, sir. Any luck?
Frankfurt, 150 miles away. The Olympic says the Mount Temple's nearer.
Well, there must be someone nearer still. Try sending SOS. That's the new call. It may be the only chance you'll ever have.
Get up top, quick!
They say they always grow up to look like their mothers.
The older one's keener, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Why don't you try giving them both a miss this trip?
And take the mother out.
Yes, you might do worse by the side of it. You're heating my blood. I think I'll turn in. Sweet dreams.
Good night, Sparks.
Just come through.
Who from?
The Titanic. They've struck a berg.
The leg post, Sparks?
No, they've struck a berg. They want us to come at once. They're sinking.
The Titanic? Don't be a fool.
It's true. I'm going to the captain.
There's nothing inside. Take over.
Ah, sir. Sir!
What the devil's going? Haven't you learned to knock before you come in here?
It's a distress call, sir, from the Titanic. She's sinking.
I'm sorry, sir.
Mr. Dean, turn the ship round. Head northwest. I'll work the course out for you in a minute.
Aye, sir.
Now, Cotton. You're sure this is the Titanic?
Yes, sir.
Certain?
Absolutely.
All right, check back. Find out everything you can. Tell them we're coming as fast as possible.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we've contacted the Carpathia, eastbound from New York. She's on her way to us.
Well, how far away is she?
58 miles, sir. She's making all possible speed. Should reach us in 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yes, sir.
Well, what about that ship over there, about 10 miles away? You can see a light. Isn't she replying?
No, sir.
Well,
she'd blast our ears off if she did. Maybe she can't keep a 24-hour watch. Maybe she hasn't got wireless at all, sir.
All right, Bride, thank you. Mr. Moody.
Sir?
Tell Mr. Boxall to fire the distress rockets. 1 every 5 minutes from the port side.
Aye, sir. Port side boats all swung out, sir. Shall I fill them?
Yes. Put the women and children in and lower away.
Aye, aye, sir.
Looked like a rocket, sir.
Yes. I wonder what a ship like that would want a fire rocket for.
Gonna move on. Come on, lads. Come on, move along there. What's the use, Chief? All the pumps in Belfast would never keep that water down.
That may be so, but the longer we can keep her afloat, the more lives will be saved. So put your backs into it.
Come on! Come on! Up! Quick! Onto it! Quick, lads! The bulkhead's going!
I'm going to have to cut down more steam.
I'll have to get rid of some of the load, Denson.
Yeah. Well, you can cut the boiler room fans for a start.
That'll help.
Good.
How are things up top, sir? Any chance for us?
Whatever happens, we've got to keep the lights going. I'll give the word when it's time to go, and then it's every man for himself. But it won't be so bad. They say the Carpathia's on her way to us. Should be here any time now.
Well, let's hope they're right, eh, boys? And if any of you feel like praying, you'd better go ahead. The rest can join me in a cup of tea.
Cut your heating and hot water. Cut anything you like. I've got to have every ounce of steam you can give me.
Aye, sir.
All right, Mr. Dean.
Sir.
Get all hands on deck and prepare to receive survivors. Knock off all routine work. Get your boats ready and swing them out. Rig electric lights down the side of the ship. Open all gangway doors. Hook a block of 9 rope in every gangway door. Canvas slings. Get those ready for the injured. Oh, and see that all your side ladders are down. Have you got that?
Aye, sir.
All right. Quartermaster? Telephone the doctor and the chief steward. Ask them to come and see me on the bridge now.
Aye, sir.
What's the matter with him? Is he blind?
That's 6 rockets she's fired, sir.
Yes. Maybe I better tell the captain. What is it?
That big steamer, sir. She's firing rockets. 6 up to now.
Or perhaps they're company signals of some kind. Call her up with the Morse lamp and ask her.
Aye, aye, sir. The captain thinks she must be signaling to another ship about the ice.
Looks a bit queer, doesn't she?
I'll try signaling her again.
As if she's listing.
That's because of the angle she's at to us.
Maybe someone trying to signal, but I can't make any sense out of it.
Could be a masthead light flickering, couldn't it, sir?
If I had a gun, I'd put a shell into them.
Hello, Phillips.
Carpathia, sir. She's making 17 knots and should be with us about 3:30.
That'll be too late. There may be someone nearer. Keep trying.
Yes, sir.
I've got your light belt, John.
Oh, put it down there, will you?
Don't they see us? No, sir. There was a light flashing, but it must have come from their masthead.
Quartermaster Rowe.
Sir?
Can you send and read Morse?
Yes, sir.
Then signal and keep signaling. We are the Titanic sinking. Please have your boats ready.
Aye, sir.
You go along and help with the boats.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Boxall.
Sir?
Ask Mr. Wilde where the arms and ammunition are kept. They may be needed later.
Yes, sir.
She's going fast now. Are all the boats away?
All except the other 2 collapsibles.
Well, there'll be no time to get them in the davits. We'll have to try and float them off as she goes down. I'll need some hands to get them unlashed. Hey, you two! Follow me! Any spare hands there? Right, get that shoring timber. Right, 2 men to each one.
Right, Jeff.
What's the use? No one's listening.
People don't listen when they're eating, but we play just the same. Isn't that so, sir?
They say it helps the digestion.
Exactly. That's because it soothes the nerves.
Right, number 24.
You said quite clearly that you were going to drink the whole bottle. Whole bottle.
Mr. Guggenheim, your life belt.
It was uncomfortable. We have dressed now in our best and are prepared to go down like gentlemen.
That is so, sir.
But
surely-
if anything should happen to me, I would like my wife to know that I behaved decently.
Get 2 check lines, we'll try and break her outboard.
Crew are trying to clear 2 of the collapsible boats. If they succeed, I'm sure there'll be a place for you, madam, in one of them.
You see, you can still go. Please, darling.
No. We started out together and we'll finish together. Are you married, Mr. Andrews?
Yes. And if my wife were here, I think she'd do as I asked.
But you have a family?
Mm-hmm.
That would make a difference, wouldn't it?
Perhaps. Then let me give you both some advice. Don't stay on the ship until the end. Put your life belts on and lower yourselves down into the water by the ropes hanging over the side. Don't jump if you can avoid it. When you're in the water, swim away from the ship at once. The boats will stay well clear when she sinks.
Thank you. We'll remember.
Oh, and I should wear something white so they can see you.
I wonder if he'll save himself.
We'll save ourselves.
Now he's forward. All together, heavy. Keep the strain on those check lines.
Everybody out! Come on, lads, out! Everybody up top!
How's going, John?
It's time to go now, Phillips. You've done your duty. You can do no more. Abandon your cabin. It's everyone for himself. Look after yourselves now. I release you both. God bless you.
John! John! It's no use, John. The power's gone. Hey, you!
Live and let live, sir. Live and let live. John! John! John!
Come on, put your weight on it. Put your weight on it. Right. Hold on to your check line. Hang on to it. Try and keep a square on.
Keep going, Michael.
Hold on to those check lines. Hold on to those check lines. Leave it. There's no time. We'll try and free the starboard collapsible. Hurry.
Abandon ship! Every man for himself! Mommy! Mommy, where are you? Mommy!
Quickly! This way!
It's the end, boys. We've done our duty. We can go now.
Hertha, komm doch schon, wein nicht.
Otto! Warte für mich! Otto!
Aren't you going to try for it, Mr. Andrews?
Hello, what are you doing here?
I want my mommy.
Oh, then we better go and find her, hadn't we? You come with me.
Come on, Mr. Brown. Come on, Mr. Brown. There you are, Mr. Brown. Wait for the rail now. Keep together, all of you. Clear the ship side. Wind clear. Keep clear.
Keep off this child! Keep off this child!
She's going.
We're clear. Keep clear.
Look! Oh, look!
Prayer. We ought to say a prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth.
Господи, благи, поживота неба. You have to wait for the oil of hair from the volle Baba.
Ske din vilja, så som i himlen så på jorden.
Oh God.
Power and glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Soon find her.
That big steamer that was out there, sir. The one that was firing rockets.
What about it?
Well, she seems to have gone now, sir.
Yeah.
That big steamer, sir. The one that was firing the rockets. She seems to have gone now.
And she didn't fire any more rockets.
No, sir.
Very well. What's the time?
2:45, sir.
Well, enter it in the log.
Aye, aye, sir.
She'll be there by now, sir. Not a sign of her. Must have given the wrong position.
Iceberg on the port bow, sir.
Starboard a point.
Starboard 1 point, sir.
Slow ahead.
Slow ahead, sir. Starboard 1 point.
There's a flare ahead, sir.
Fire a rocket.
I tell you, we're done.
Oh, shut up.
No water, no food. Got no compass, no chart.
That's the North Star up there, isn't it?
What's the use of that? We're hundreds of miles from land.
What was that?
Falling star, flash of lightning.
Lightning my foot. That was a rocket. Look. It's a rocket.
Pat, will you look? There's a ship sending up a
Sit
rocket.
down, please, ladies. Sit down. You may lose your balance. We'll give them an answer.
There. Look.
There. They'll see this.
Look, Bio. There's a ship coming. She's firing rockets. Ah, come on now, brace up. It'll not be much longer. Oh, look at them rockets. Look at them lovely rockets.
Will that be the Carpathia? Aren't you glad to see her?
Yes, I'm glad. But then I'm still alive.
If only she'd been nearer.
There are quite a lot of ifs about it, aren't there, Colonel? Keep up, Quartermaster! Keep that line slack! If we'd been steaming a few knots slower, or if we'd sighted that berg a few seconds earlier, we might not even have struck. carried enough lifeboats for the size of the ship instead of just enough to meet the regulations, things would have been different again, wouldn't they?
Maybe. But you have nothing to reproach yourself with. You've done all any man could and more. You're not... I was going to say, you're not God, Mr. Lightoller.
No seaman ever thinks he is. I've been at sea since I was a boy. I've been in sail. I've even been shipwrecked before. I know what the sea can do. But this is different.
Because we hit an iceberg?
No. Because we were so sure. Because even though it's happened, it's still unbelievable. I don't think I'll ever feel sure again. About anything.
Almighty God, Father of all mercies, we, thine unworthy servants, do give thee most humble and hearty thanks for all thy goodness and loving kindness to us and to all men, particularly to those who desire now to offer up their praises and thanksgivings for thy late services vouchsafed unto them. We bless thee for our creation, preservation, and all the blessings of this life, but above all, for thine inestimable love in the redemption of the world by our Lord Jesus Christ, for the means of grace and for the hope of glory. And we beseech thee, give us that due sense of all thy mercies, that our hearts may be unfeignedly thankful, and that we show forth thy praise, not only with our lips, but in our lives, by giving up ourselves to thy service, and by walking before thee in holiness and righteousness all our days. Through Jesus Christ our Lord, to whom with thee and the Holy Ghost be all honor and glory, world without end. Amen. Amen.
Sir?
We're at the place now. I thought you'd like to see for yourself.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
We only found one body, I'm afraid. The rest must have been carried further on by the current. But of course, we'll go on searching for survivors until we turn back to New York.
Yes, sir. How many?
Well, the purser's checked the figures now. We have on board 705 survivors. Several of those in the boats were dead, I'm afraid.
1,500 lost.
That's right, yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, Cottam, yes, what is it?
A message from the Californian, sir. She's nearby. Just heard about the Titanic. Wants to know if there's anything she can do.
Tell them no, nothing. Everything that was humanly possible has been done.